What's up, everyone? It's your boy, Mr. Rocco Johnson here with another, I guess you can say, well, not guess, it pretty much is just, an informative video on something that I honestly have never seen anyone do who at least doesn't have a supercar or anything like that. But me personally, I mean, this kind of would have helped me a little bit more, with me buying my FRS. But anyway, in case you can't tell, this is going to be a video on the running cost of owning the Scion FRS. I specifically have the 2014 one, but I mean, I'm pretty sure any Scion FRS is going to be about the same. Now in this video, not only am I going to talk about the regular running costs, like what kind of gas it uses, how much oil changes are, and everything like that, I am also going to talk about, the cost to modify it, because that's something that, a lot of people don't know about. Excuse me, voice crack. Something that a lot of people don't know about is how much it actually costs to modify these vehicles. But yeah, I'm just gonna go right in it. So to start off, I'll start off with a lot of the basic stuff. This car uses 93 octane, or also known as, premium gas and everything like that. Now that's 93 here in Maryland. I believe in California it's like 91 or something like that, because, or like in other places more further west, because they don't have 93 octane. But specifically, at least on the East Coast, we have 93 octane. So my car takes 93. But again, I'm not 100% sure, but I believe if you're watching this video, if you're more closely over west, it takes 91 octane. So that varies with how much, the gas costs, because, gas prices fluctuate anyway. As of right now, I'm getting about 21.1 miles to the gallon exactly. And, well, I honestly drive the heck out of this thing. So, yeah, I don't really have the best gas mileage, but like I said, I mean, I beat this thing. Come on now, I have drift videos and everything, so yeah. But it costs, from the tank being completely empty, it costs about probably like a little bit over $33 to fill it up. Now that's you filling it up to the point where you can actually see the gasoline, but which I don't think it's supposed to do, but whatever. I wanted to do it to see how much it actually costs to do that. But yeah, so that's to the point where you're clicking a handle and then you can see the gasoline start to leak out a little bit, and then you're like, oh snap, it's leaking out. But yeah, I also just got an oil change, and I went to Toyota and paid for it and everything. Now a lot of you, I'm pretty sure in the comments, are gonna say, oh, why don't you change your own oil? It's cheaper that way, yada yada yada. One, I knew I was going to make this video, so I needed to know how much an oil change would cost from Toyota, because that's who I took it to get the oil change from. And two, I'm lazy. Whatever, I'll pay to change the oil. I mean, I know I'm not the only one out there who does that, at least from time to time. I'm going to change the oil myself one day. As of right now, my first 3 oil changes were free, and this was the first one I had to pay for. So, I mean, why not? They were free. And then this one, yeah, like I said, I knew I was going to make this video, so I wanted to know. But anyway, the oil change cost $53 and 68 or 88, something like that, cents. Okay, sorry about that weird cut. The battery had actually died on me. But, let me move this over a little bit. But yeah, back to what I was saying. The oil change costs $53 and 88 cents, if I'm not mistaken. But, yeah, so I mean, I don't do that much driving in this car, because I do have a second vehicle that's pretty much my daily driver. So since I don't drive this one as much, I mean, what am I looking to say? It's hot outside, I'm sorry, so it's hard to talk, but, yeah, basically, the cost to own this, so far as like regular stuff, isn't bad to me, because again, I have a second vehicle. I mean, my gas mileage is way better than that, because I don't drive that thing like I stole it. I drive this like I stole it. So yeah, but I mean, can go ahead and do the math yourself. I mean, there'd be no point in me doing the math, because, yeah. But, I mean, so far as that, this is pretty inexpensive to own. Now, going into some of the other things, though, I do have the, I guess you can say, top model of it. The FRSs don't really have a premium model or anything like that, like the Subaru BRZ, but I do have the top model. Let me take the camera off so I can show you. But mine did come with the fog lights down there. Before I changed the wheels and everything, it also came with the wheel locks and everything. I have the touchscreen Pioneer radio and all that kind of stuff. So my car buying it, sorry about the awkward angle, but my car buying it actually came up to about I can't even remember right now. Nope, yes I can. It actually came up to about a little bit over $31,000. I didn't get any warranties with it, and I know you know, that may freak some people out, and some people are gonna say, "Oh, Keon, you're stupid," yada yada yada. I did take a risk with doing that, but please know and understand that when I bought this car, I knew for a fact I wasn't gonna keep it stock, and I was gonna do something to avoid the warranty. I don't have, well, I have one catalytic converter right now, and that's on my header, but once I swap headers, I'm not going to have any catalytic converters. I mean, that alone voids the warranty. So yeah, I didn't buy it with a warranty or anything like that, but it does have like this protective undercoating on it, you know, whatever. But yeah. Now, so with that being said, I'll go ahead and lead into the cost of, you know, modifying the car. This car has expensive parts when it comes to modifying it. Good example, back when I had my Scion TC, a full exhaust for that Scion TC was probably around like $700. Most catbacks alone are gonna cost $700–800 for this car, and those are like, you know, of course, like your main brand ones, like the Borlas, the Nvidias, and all that kind of stuff. The intake system, the intake, I have the engine short ram intake on it right now, and that cost me basically $400, like $380 something, basically $400 in order to have the part, and then it cost me another like $60–70 to actually get the part installed in my car. Why I didn't do it? Because when I bought it, it was super cold outside. I don't like the cold, so I paid someone to put it in. Sue me for being lazy, but yeah. So I mean, the intakes are even expensive, because that to me wasn't that bad of a price for the intake, because some of the other ones I was pricing, like the Weapon R and everything, they were like close to $500, and I was like, for an intake, no. So even though it wasn't that far off, I mean, I still saved about a good $100 or so. So I mean, yeah. As it stands right now, I'm running a full exhaust system. I have the Borla Cat Delete kit. Basically, it's just a Borla downpipe and midpipe. I did have the Borla Catback exhaust on it, but I actually sold that to get something a little bit more ridiculous, because I wanted a more, honestly, loud for no reason kind of just brutal race car kind of sound, even though this isn't necessarily a race car. But yeah, the full exhaust system and then switching to another exhaust system, that's honestly around, I'd say, like $2,100. I know you're probably saying, why does it cost that much? Well, the Borla downpipe and midpipe and the Borla catback exhaust and the price to get it put on was around $1,500. Like I said, this stuff is expensive, but it was around $1,500. Then, excuse me, it's $1,500 for that full exhaust system, and then for me to also switch to the catback that I have on it now. Right now, I have the God Snow eBay exhaust system catback. If you want to see the video on that, I'll put it like in you know, interest or whatever on the thing above. But suggested videos. But yeah, that's a 3-inch to 4-inch exhaust system, and that cost me another $200 and everything. So that's how much it cost me to modify it, like engine-wise, at least what I have so far. And the headers I'm going with, they're the FT86 Speed Factory headers. They are another $900. And yeah, in case you can't tell from adding it up right now, it's a lot of money. Now the wheels and tires I have on there are bigger. They're the Sparko 18x8 with the 48 offset. Whatever, they're Sparko wheels. I mean, they're white. Yeah, it is what it is. And I also have 235 40 18 Goodyear. What is Goodyear Eagle F1 asymmetric 2 3-season summer tires on there. Now that wheel and tire setup I got from TireRack.com, who actually gave me an amazing deal on it, and their customer service is amazing. If you're buying wheels or tires or both, go to TireRack because they have amazing tires, and their customer service is just off the charts. But the wheel and tire package comes with them balancing the wheel and everything like this, so when you get them, they're already good to go and you just need to put them on the car. But that cost me another $1,700. And yeah, I mean, that's honestly basically it, minus like a couple of little things here and there. Like I have a Katana shifter now that's like $60, and like paddle shifter extenders because I do have the automatic car and everything like that. But I mean, that's how much it pretty costs to run the Scion FRS or Subaru BRZ GT86, you know, wherever you're from, whatever you bought. Do I have any regrets about anything I said? No, because I honestly love this car. I love modifying it and everything like that. I mean, it gives me joy. But this still is a very inexpensive sports car to own, because I mean, even some of my friends who run things like the 370Zs, 350s, even like the Hyundai Velocers and everything, some of their parts cost more than this car and everything. So yeah, and I did buy this car completely brand new. It only had 14 miles on the car, by which honestly 12 miles I put on there. So when I first got in the car, before going on many test drives in it to pick between this car and a couple of other ones, I put 12 of those miles on this car. So I only had 2 miles on it when I first got in it, which was amazing. I thought that was personally, you know, really cool. So the car that I had been driving around a lot, I actually ended up buying, by which I didn't know I was gonna buy at the time. But yeah. Now this is gonna kind of get a little personal, so I'm not gonna give you an exact amount of money. Now my payments for the car, I probably should have said this earlier, but my payments for the car are a little bit higher. Not a little bit. They're higher than most other ones. I have a 4-year loan on this car and everything, and my payments, they're upper 5s, low 6s. I'll put it that way, because honestly I don't want to give you an exact number, but nor do I even remember the exact number, because I honestly am financially in a position where I can overpay whatever it is. So I personally pay a lot more on my monthly payments and everything like that. So yeah, so far as that's pretty much the most expensive thing about owning this car, are the car payments. At least for me personally, I didn't have a down payment when I bought this car. In case you didn't watch any of my other videos, when I bought this car, it was completely impulse because my Scion TC engine head blew, and it wasn't my fault though. And that whole thing, trying to deal with that and dealing with the shop that, you know, it basically ended up blowing my engine and everything like that, I was coming out of pocket with, you know, rental cars, and I basically had a moment where my frustration just took over me, and I was basically like, I'm coming out of pocket basically a week, like $400, $500, $600 with these rental cars and everything, because I didn't have my other vehicle yet. that I daily drive and everything. So I was coming out of pocket with rental cars because the TC was my daily drive. I said, you know what? Why don't I just put all this money, save it myself, and just put like $600 down or something like that per month on a car payment. Matter of fact, I'm gonna buy me an FRS right now. That's the car I want to go with. I was just saving up money to try to put down a down payment, but you know, I'm just gonna buy it, and that's what I did. So that's another reason why my payments are high. But I do have buddies whose payments, they're only like $200 because they first of all, they bought them used, and they also put down a down payment. How much, I don't know, because I personally just don't care about asking people's personal business like that. But yeah, that's pretty much it with the running cost of my 2014 Scion FRS. I hope that helps some of you guys out. Excuse me, when it comes to buying this car and everything. One thing I will say, if you do end up buying the new Toyota 86, whatever it's going to be called in America, I can't remember right now. If you do end up buying that, you cannot haggle prices on the Scions. That's period. And since these are now turning into Toyotas, you can haggle the prices on Toyotas. I personally, if you can wait, I would personally wait to try to do that, because when I bought it, I didn't want the fog lights, because I knew I was going to make it into a race car base. I didn't want the fog lights, I didn't want the touchscreen radio. Just those two things alone could have been maybe like $1,000 taken off this car, possibly. And it also came with like extra cup holders. I honestly don't even know where they are, because the moment I got in it and I got home, I just threw the thing somewhere. Like, I don't even know where. I think my mother put it in her car. But yeah, so I would honestly wait. But if you can't, I completely understand, because this is a wonderful car. I love this car. But yeah, so that's gonna conclude this video. Like, comment, subscribe, put down in the comment sections if you have any questions that I couldn't answer. And you stay classy, stay positive, and have a good day.